Well, for some, the day after Thanksgiving is the time to celebrate the best deals, and others set it aside as a special time to enjoy nature. Black Friday or Opt Outside Friday. As my Thanksgiving drew to a close, I thought, why choose? With a smidge of daylight left, I wrangled up my hiking gear, got it organized, and hit the road to overnight in one of my favorite little spots in the Hoosier National Forest. This trail I'm going to, the Bird's Eye Trail, it's got a lot to check out, man. It's got some really cool forests, it's got a little lake, a lot of really cool creeks and streams. Why am I making this video? My videos are normally like part information, part inspiration. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. My videos are mainly about advertising things that I make to get you to buy them. But I do that using information and inspiration. And today I'm going to try and lean a little heavier on the inspiration side by talking about and showcasing what we have available to us in terms of outdoor activities. Maybe get someone inspired to get out and just enjoy a little time in nature. Okay, so this is the trail. It's a 12-mile loop. Now, the southern half of the trail is closed for timber activity. I don't have time to do the whole loop anyway, but that's kind of a bummer. Some of my favorite areas of the trail are here in the southern lot where these creeks and the lake are. So I'll keep it up here in the north part of the rec area tonight, but I'll have to check with the foresters to see exactly what this trail closure is all about. This is one of my favorite parts of the Hoosier National Forest, particularly in terms of the lay of the land and the variety of tree species. Just stop for a minute to appreciate these evergreens. They're not as dominant in this part of the country as almost anywhere else, but especially if you're from the coastal areas or the Mountain West. So whenever I come into an area where the dominant forest is pine trees or other evergreens, I like to stop and take it slow and savor a little bit. Get these beautiful golden grasses back here, sort of full-on Max Roach Studies in Brown. Not a lot of color here this time of year, but still good shapes and texture. I got maybe an hour of daylight left to find a little place to set up my tent and make camp for the night. And you haven't seen anybody yet, but tomorrow is Opt Outside Friday, so maybe there'll be a little community of hikers out here to enjoy, or maybe not. I kind of wouldn't mind if not, because one source of quasi-embarrassment is this enormous backpack I'm carrying. This is my 80-liter backpack, which is more appropriate for like a week-long hike, but I've got my hiking tripod out on loan, so I've had to bring this enormous, like, essentially studio tripod out here with me to take pictures with, and that alone necessitated the big bag, and I just sort of, you know how it is. There's more room in the trunk, so just keep throwing stuff in, right? I don't mind it for myself, but I prefer if nobody else sees me hauling this thing around. So I'm here at the split in the trail, right here where it says, you guessed it, you are here. The continuation of the trail would basically be to go down towards the lake. But I'm more familiar with this area up towards Blunk Cemetery. I made a cool photograph there one day. Maybe I'll plug that into the video right here. I'm going to continue here on this trail I'm familiar with up towards Blunk Cemetery and probably try to find a place to camp here in this stretch of trail. I'm gonna keep exploring, but I don't think I'm gonna find a better place to wind down my night than out there among those cedars. Doesn't that look so inviting? So I will keep exploring, but I've got a feeling that my evening winds up right out there with those beautiful old trees. You see I've made it about 2 miles since I started out. I'm pretty happy with that, considering the late start I got and the time I took to stop and enjoy the scenery. I think I'll just hike back in towards this area here that I earmarked for my campsite and call it a night. It's about 20 minutes till sunset. Almost there and getting very dark. All right, my friends, I think this will work. I'm just gonna invest the last of this daylight to getting the tent set up, enjoy the view of this scene, have a wonderful place to wake up. Time to hit the sack. Not really, it's pretty early, it's just dark. So we'll hop in the tent and do some reading. This is the REI Quarter Dome tent. So one person backpacking tent, and I've had it for 6 years now, and it has been so good to me. Highly recommended. Very easy to set up, super small, lightweight, and while I didn't expect a tent with those qualities to last very long, it's going real strong on its 6th winter here, so, and it doesn't feel like it's about to give out on me anytime soon. Reading The Overstory by Richard Powers. This is a book about trees, so it's very apropos. In fact, it's a novel where the characters are trees. I'm reading it for my interrelations literature class. So, yeah, sure, I'm out here having fun, but I'm also doing my homework. Such is life. About a half hour till sunrise. Really pretty blue hour light spilling through over the hills, and some mist that you can see coming out through the barely maybe see through the trees, coming in through the valley. So pretty conditions. Nothing to complain about. I'm just gonna make some hot coffee and take a saunter out with the camera, leave the campsite set up, come back later, wash up, change clothes, and head out for the day. I got a few other little things to do. This can't be my whole day, but it might be the best part of it. Alright, I'm packed up just good enough. As you can see, the sun's about to come up behind me, and I figure I'll get a start out on the trail before the show starts without me. Come back down to that craggy little spot that I found yesterday. So cool. Look at all these awesome old trees. They look like maybe they've had an interesting life. I'm gonna make some photographs here in this area. The sun's just about to peak up, so you can see the very, maybe you can't quite see, but the very tops of the trees are starting to catch light. And as I'm setting up to take some pictures, I'll watch the light come down and see where it's falling and what it illuminates and adds interest to. I'm still kind of forming some ideas, but I've got a few minutes to set up and play around and have some fun. I was happy with this photo, but the best was yet to come on this Opt Outside Friday. As the light and weather got better, I spent the day capturing image after image, exploring the trails and seeing the sights of the Hoosier National Forest. I hope you'll come back to see the conclusion of this adventure. rock on with this opt-out Friday. If you subscribe, it'll be at the top of your suggestions when it's available. Keep an eye out and a foot forward. Thanks for watching.